Good morning, David. Here it's SB Day.
Yeah. Good morning, Karen.
How are you?
I'm good.
I'm
How
doing
are you?
well. You know, I'm happy that it's afternoon there, but I'm happy that I am here with you. I had a question. What does SB Day mean for you, or what does it mean overall?
Well, listen. Of course, the SB Awards tonight. That's a lot of fun. The glitz, the glamour, all that good stuff.
Yeah.
Also, all the money raised by the V Foundation to find a
Yes.
cure for cancer. That's what it's all about. So there's a lot there for everyone here on SB Day. There's an online auction going on right now, right?
Yeah. And I went online to get a few things. Obviously, you know, to add a little money to it, whatever we can do to help. We're asking folks at home to do the same because it's a wonderful foundation, a wonderful cause, and it's a wonderful time to celebrate.
Yep.
We had a big show today, David. You were going to start with some Paul George news. I got a KD interview, and I want your honest take on that, okay?
I'll give you feedback, okay? I'll break it all down.
Break it all down.
All right, let's start with Paul George, though. Here we go.
Okay. Mark Spears joins us now from The Undefeated to talk about that. It's interesting because David is asking, and the same question that I'm sure a lot of people want to know, is there a relationship established, or was there a relationship prior with Russell Westbrook and Paul George? Your take on that?
I think there's a secret society where all this stuff gets done behind the scenes and is talked about.
He didn't recruit the obvious way. He didn't take it to social media. He moves quietly, I think, as we all know. He's a different type of dude.
Except when he talks to us.
Yeah, well, he may or may not.
He cursed at me and got fined. That's okay.
He may
I'm
or
over
may
it.
not be comfortable with you. I'm not for sure. He might like you, though. I don't know. We'll find out.
I think it's just his work environment that bothers him sometimes.
Sometimes he gets stressed out about different things, but he's probably happy about Paul George. Why do you think Paul George mentioned KD in the Sports Illustrated article suggesting he gave him a heads up and said, yeah, this is a great place to be?
Kind of he's just a good cat. You know, he's not going to dog him out. But your Lakers are like kind of don't care. They're just waiting
Around.
Yeah.
So do you believe that he's a one-year rental?
Yes.
Brooke hasn't signed the extension. Does that mean nothing, or should we wait?
It makes me nervous.
Really? Why?
I mean, until it's done.
Respectful in my house. That's rude.
I'm sorry.
We're probably going to be able to get one. LeBron's
you
coming.
can make it happen?
LeBron's coming. KD's coming.
Okay.
I'm making everybody
Y'all got
come.
a whole bunch of money.
No. Okay,
no luxury tax no more. The Lakers should just spend.
No, seriously.
Good for basketball.
Could you see a situation and we're talking about the Lakers, Russell Westbrook in L.A., Paul George in L.A., LeBron in L.A.? That's big dreaming, right? That's just too much.
I see him hanging all.
That is our Mark Spears saying that his gut tells him, and you covered the league for some time, that he's a greater chance that LeBron
I'm working on it, though.
Paul George will be here. You do not. Thank you for joining us. Enjoy SB Night. David, I'll send it back to you.
All right, Karen.
My favorite is the graphic that we just put up that said it's been a long time. Like, it's just that simple. It's been a long time. But consider this for a moment, because I know that the USTA works really hard in getting Americans into tennis in terms of being excellent and returning it back to that love that we once had when we had Agassi and Sampras and Andy Roddick. So imagine what could happen if Sam Querrey makes it to a final. Like, just imagine the thought. I'm feeling like Americans are back in the game. I'm going to go ahead and be a prisoner of the moment.
Well, now.
Am I going too far? I'm going too far.
Sam is 29. I mean, he's not a kid. He's making one good run here at Wimbledon. We'll see how it plays out. By the way, Roger is really playing well right now.
So
he's got
Roger
Milos
Novak
Raonic on the run here.
So Roger and Novak set to meet each other in the semis as well. Is that what
well?
We're
They both have to
that
get through their
happens?
quarterfinal matches, which are going on right now.
Sure.
Federer up a set on Raonic and Djokovic in the first set in his match. So we'll see how it plays out. But a lot of tennis left to go. I'd love to see Sam Querrey in the final.
Yeah. You don't want to go. You don't want to be. You're a Roger fan.
I'm not saying it's not this wave of American men that's taken over tennis. Is what I'm trying to say here.
Yeah, but can we be excited for this one American man or no?
I'm excited. I'm tickled pink. You kidding me?
I don't know. I don't believe you.
You're not feeling it? From 3,000 miles away?
No. I think there's some cautious optimism, and perhaps you're just more excited about your boy Roger. I love Roger too.
I'm having a hard time concentrating on the show. I'm watching Roger so much. He's fun to go. All right. But there's much more show left, right?
There is. There is.
Woo! Is he the best sport ever? Than Kirk Chip?
Ever.
He's an award-winning writer.
You're up there too, David. You would have read those. You would have read those lyrics. No.
Not with the same fire and the same excitement that Timmy Kirkchen did.
4 and 4. I'm going to get to the floor. I don't know I don't understand, but it was great. I'm going to have you read some lyrics when we come back.
Okay, that'd be great. That'd be great.
Lecrae lyrics?
Oh, I love Lecrae now. I can read some Lecrae lyrics all day long.
Kevin Durant is an NBA champion. You all know that. But the decision he made to leave OKC and head to Golden State will always be a hot topic. In fact, polarizing for many. Most recently, Durant and Nike released a 35-minute documentary, Still KD. That takes us behind the scenes of the decision. KD is honest with himself, the fans, and the critics. Still KD, Through the Noise, to be exact, is available on the Nike Plus app as well as Kevin Durant's YouTube page. You should definitely check it out. It's 35 minutes and 35 seconds to be exact on purpose. David, as you well know, I felt like throughout the interview, Kevin was speaking specifically to his critics, and I had been one of those in terms of not necessarily agreeing with the move. That was just my thoughts on the process. And so in the beginning of the interview, it really was uncomfortable for us to sit and talk to one another, but I commend him for talking to me because he was very candid. He is well aware of what they say about him, but I do believe he is at this point in his career, especially after winning this championship, that he's starting not to care as much. He put it this way, which I thought was interesting. Back when he was in OKC, he was worried about what shoes to wear to play basketball as opposed to just playing basketball. And right now, that's exactly what he's doing. He's just playing. And to his credit, I said, I think a lot of us forget the hard work. You don't just arrive on a super team and say, I made it. You still have to put in the work.
Yeah, he harped on the word work a lot, which was very interesting as far as, because I think a lot of people just sort of figured, just sign up, they'll roll the ball out, and they'll just go beat everybody. And KD certainly putting an emphasis on all the effort he put in to raise his game yet another notch. So we got a part 2 coming up. When's that?
Leaving LA, a lot of people were shocked, more specifically because he was going to Houston. But you had a chance to talk to him, and it wasn't about leaving LA, it was more about what was in Houston. Can you elaborate on that for us?
Well, he saw winning in Houston and doing that with James Harden. And, you know,
at the beginning of the season, people said this is the team that would make it out of the West. They're so good. They're so talented. If not, make it to the conference finals. They have yet to do that in that franchise history. But I felt like Chris Paul was very well aware of the fact that they could no longer do anything else in that particular situation. And you wrote that he told all of his teammates, including Austin Rivers, and there was some scuttlebutt about that relationship. Talk to me about Chris's relationship with Blake, DeAndre, Austin Rivers, and then ultimately Doc.
Well, Chris talked about...
I think, and I'm trying to make sure I word this correctly, I think that from what I hear in different reports, that the chemistry on the team, while it was so many talented players, there were so many talented players, the chemistry on the team was just off, and that truly affects whether or not you can win. What's your honest take on his relationship with Doc Rivers?
And also add
to work on that. Last question.
Sterling chapter.
Oh my goodness. Wasn't ready for that. Before I let you go, let's talk about a report. Wojciechowski's reporting that we are possibly hearing that Carmelo Anthony is going to go with the Rockets. Is that true?
Hey, I asked Chris Paul about...
And perhaps a championship in Houston?
No doubt. I think it does. I still like the Warriors better, but...
Possibly headed to the Houston Rockets. That'll be interesting. Your work is fantastic. It's up on the Undefeated right now. Thank you so much for joining us for 2 segments. You took up the whole show. It's David and I, not
just
you.
Everybody's busy getting ready for the ESPYs.
So we didn't have anybody else? Time. We just have to fill the time. That's not true. We like him.
Big Seagulls fan. Hi.
Hi, how are you?
Is that Kelly?
That's Kelly Carter. Kelly, what do you think about his suit?
I think it's very fly and very unique.
Okay.
And awesome.
Okay, and what do you think about the seagulls in our show open? Listen, do you feel that? Is this like something special? It's David's favorite part.
I feel like I'm walking on a dock somewhere, so it's awesome.
But what about when that 808 drops?
When the 808 drops, damn, exactly.
Yeah.
I want to do something with it. Yeah, so there you go.
David, how do you feel when it drops, my friend?
I am ready to go. I am ready to rock and roll. Yes.
Thank you for talking to us about fashion. Kelly Carter here from The Undefeated. And speaking of fashion, ESPY's day, it is here, it has arrived. You are working the red carpet. Fashion is obviously a part of the red carpet. But talk to me, and this is for the folks at home who don't have an opportunity to experience this up close and personal. Talk to me about the entire atmosphere.
I mean, it's fantastic. It's really like the combination or kind of the...
I do appreciate the platform conversation, especially with athletes. But
Absolutely.
Peyton Manning is the host. We always have good hosts. What are your expectations for him? I think he'll do a good job.
I think he'll do a great job. I mean,
This is arguably my favorite time.
Yeah.
FLOTUS, former FLOTUS.
Yes.
Michelle Obama in the house.
I mean, I think easily that's probably going to be the biggest moment of the night.
Personify it when I think of her. Meanwhile, we are here to celebrate the Jimmy V Foundation because we are trying to cure cancer. It is an awful, ugly disease. But we also find ourselves having a conversation about social responsibility. Last year was really a memorable moment when the Banana Boat crew, where we talk about the arguably the biggest stars in the NBA, talked about social justice, the platform, and what they should be doing. You think of that year, it's just a year ago, and we have that image right behind behind us. Think of that, and then fast forward 1 year today. What have you seen change?
I mean, a lot. I think that we've seen athletes
That you're doing for the undefeated. Colin Kaepernick, did he make it easier to empower athletes?
Yes and no. I mean, I think
Empowered are also dangerous too.
absolutely.
There is a panel that you all are putting together on Undefeated. Tell me a little bit about the panel. I know it won't be televised, but the purpose of it.
You know, it's more of a workshopping.
Who's on the panel? Do you know?
I do not know who's on the panel, but
Okay.
I know that our editor-in-chief, Kevin Merida, is moderating it.
Great.
And just kind of talking through some of those issues. So.
Talking through some of those issues, which are
Yeah.
very important. SBC is huge. Thank you so much for joining us.
for having
I
me.
can't wait to see your dress.
I'm excited.
Is that a big deal?
It's a big deal. It's a big deal.
And then her friends are here in the studio, excited about the dress as well.
Are we giving shout outs? No, I'm just
Yes,
kidding.
We're going to break. We'll be back in just a few moments.
With him and watch some sports. And
But
I don't know
His
what.
basement is like top level, I hear.
Oh yes, it's quite the place. So
Yes.
I don't know what the price point is on that, what the target point is, but we'll see how much money. In fact, the Ryan Russillo show is coming up next here.